Hey guys, so today I'm going to showcase a brand that we were working with last year and how we made over $3.5 million just with Klaviyo email marketing. I always say to people, if email is dead, then why do we see these results? Now, this is a real Klaviyo account. I'm Dan. I lead retention at Hayes Media, and we work with Shopify brands doing 7 to 9 figures. And today I'm going to walk you through how this revenue is actually generated. Now, before I get into that, just so you know, I'm qualified to talk about retention systems, especially with email and marketing. You can see here with the client, I just refreshed the screen. On Klaviyo, email revenue alone brought in 31.47% of their attributed revenue, $3.61 million. So as I mentioned, I work at Hayes Media as head of retention, and we work with DTC e-commerce brands are doing 7, 8, 9 figures and beyond to help build retention systems inside of their store so that they have customers keep coming back after the first purchase with the objective to improve lifetime value. We have a very small number of clients. We usually work with 12 to 13 clients at one time with a small team. It's very personal. It's almost like you're hiring an internal team to work with you. And so if you want to increase your repeat purchase rate and your customer LTV through done-for-you email and SMS marketing, you can work with a small team like ourselves. Check out the hayesmedia.co website and book a call or a free audit. It's in the description below. Getting into today's video. So every strong retention program we run is built on 3 core pillars. We have the capture, we have the passive revenue, and then we have the on-demand revenue. So first of all, let's start with capture. As we all know, paid traffic is expensive. It's also temporary. Whereas email and SMS are own channels. Your voice note marketing is own channel, and which is a voice note marketing. If you've not seen or heard about it, we have a video talking about voice note marketing. It's actually a program called Para. And also your loyalty programs. Again, these are all owned channels that help build your retention ecosystem. If you didn't know, roughly 97% of traffic leave your website without ever making the purchase. So the goal of retention, building a retention system, is to convert a portion of that traffic into subscribers so brands aren't paying repeatedly for the same audience. Okay. This doesn't require any real complex tools. It just requires the right technology stack. So we use email, we use SMS, we use voice note marketing, we also use loyalty programs. We also use other tools to help capture more of that traffic that otherwise would have missed. For example, Instant, which helps capture anonymous visitors that have signed up, but cookies can't capture because privacy and things like that. Whereas we are able to use the emails that they've already submitted and Klaviyo can't actually identify to then identify more visitors. Again, these are people that have opted in, okay? And it's just tools that help us discover these people that otherwise, cookies can't and other things like that can't, right? The second point and the second pillar is passive revenue. So I don't believe in passive income. However, there are ways to generate passive revenue with retention. I think it's the closest thing you can come to creating passive income. And really, it's through having an automation sequence that's been well optimized and that touches the customer at all different points of their customer journey, that talks to them where they are currently at. Flows are the foundation. So you have your welcome series, you have your abandonment flows, your post-purchase, and then your win back. And they operate continuously and compound over time. The abandonment sequence is not just one flow, it's not just 2 flows, it's not just 3 flows. We use 4 different flows: the cart, checkout, browse, and intent, high intent flow, to target and talk to customers at different stages in their abandonment journey, because each of them are at different stages of their purchase, but we make sure we capture them at all points, right? Most brands have these set up in some form. However, the one thing that I've noticed and the reason why we were able to generate over $3 million worth of revenue here is because we had continuous A/B tests set live on all of the flows so that we could compound results over time. So number 3 is on-demand revenue, and this is your campaigns, okay? So we send 3 to 4 campaigns per week on average to maintain the top of mind awareness, because when we have this, we have momentum. And when we have momentum, we have money coming in, we have eyeballs on our content. About 80% of the emails that we send out are focused on value and education, 20% on promotion. We believe that strong campaigns, and we found out with this result that strong campaigns that are split up in this 80-20% rule don't damage lists, and it doesn't deliver irrelevant or repetitive content. It actually does the complete opposite, and it reduces things like unsubscribes, it reduces things like spam complaints, it also increases CTRs. Now, let's go back to the first point of the pop-up, some important notes. So going back to pillar 1, the capture. You should, at least from what we've tested, there should be some incentive on sign up. The most high converting pop-ups include some kind of discount, free gift, or buy one, get one free. You can test those 3 different offers to see which one works well for your brand. Again, you want to make sure you're protecting margins as much as possible. Don't go in with the biggest discount, the biggest free gift, or the biggest buy one, get one free item. Make sure that you're starting low and working your way up to find the sweet spot. Okay, I really aim here to around 10% email sign-up rates. I think the industry average is around 5%, but with a few tweaks, you can get to 10% if you have continuous testing. We've tested this with all our clients and we've managed to get there. Another important note is prioritize email capture first. And that's probably a no-brainer, but don't go straight in with SMS. Go in straight with email, then include an SMS opt-in to maximize data collection. Some brands I notice actually, if they do say they have like 15% to give away total as a sign-up, they'll give a 10% off for email and then an extra 5% for giving the SMS. You can also frame the SMS as like a club, insider knowledge, and tell them what they're going to get, right? So first access to new launches or early access to sales, things that make them feel more special because it's a higher touch point. So they should be receiving more, high touch point content. The third important note is to constantly A/B test your pop-up, right? And things we do are delay times, the design, like the design layout. So colors, you could be square versus circle, things like that. Full screen, small screen, those are good things to test. Third point is the copy. So test messaging, urgency versus non-urgency, benefit versus promise, stuff like that. And then the offer itself. So make sure to A/B test the design as well. The pop-up continuously, because A/B testing the pop-up is the same as your flows. If you're able to do that continuously, you will see that over time, the compound growth will have an effect. And again, you will have more people opting into your email list. The second point on the passive revenue on your flows. So let's just go a little bit into the core flows. So the welcome series, the objective of welcoming people onto your list and getting them to convert into first-time buyers. The first email should always deliver what you promise instantly on the capture sign-up phase. So they sign up for a discount, give them the discount code early and clearly. Don't overcomplicate this or add confusion. Don't add long time delays or anything, double opt-ins. Don't do anything that. Make it super simple for them to receive the thing that they opted in for, because that's where you're building trust. And the most important thing is you're building trust from the get-go. Email 2, tell them about your flagship product. Like what made you start the company? What made you start your, the Shopify store? The thing that the most first-time buyers go for, right? And what makes it so special? Why do people keep coming and buying that thing? Why do they need it right now? And remove the paralysis of, I don't know where to start. Email 3 is where you bring in social proof. You can use real stories, real testimonials for real customers, use images, use videos, all stuff that shows the specific outcomes that your subscribers are going to get. And this is what converts the people that are sitting on the fence and maybe still lack a bit of trust. Email 4 and beyond is where you focus on overcoming objections and add urgency without discount inspiring emails. I notice so many companies that say the discount is expiring, but it actually never does. So don't do that, right? Don't just go straight to urgency. Add urgency without going straight to the discount. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't go straight to the discount. Come up with some kind of other urgency and then focus on overcoming objections. Usually you can use the objections to create urgency, so do that. The abandonment flows. So as I mentioned, 70% of carts, I mentioned this in the previous video on our abandonments, that so many carts are abandoned, around 70+% are abandoned due to just distractions and not even lack of interest. So the idea is these abandonment flows are what bring them back. And these users are usually the ones with the highest purchase intent, check out, cart and browse. high intent flow as well, which we have a video on as well, which you can go see on. Let's see how that's created. See on. This sounds like a different name, but no, you can go see how that's created. Other thing is create separate flows for browse abandonment, abandoned cart, check out abandonment. Please don't put them all in one flow. Make sure you track them all individually. And then again, you know, we always say here, don't flash, don't offer discounts unless completely needed in your abandonments. Try doing it without first and then move on to discounts if needed afterwards. Really, it's the best time here to build trust by answering FAQs, highlighting your brand promises like your return policy, your satisfaction guarantee, customer support, any questions they may have and things like that. Now, the post-purchase flow, we have here like a basic version of it. I really encourage you, again, I know I'm directing lots of videos, but there's a video called How to Increase Your LTV. And that one dives into the post-purchase journey more holistically, because I see so many brands that just set up a post-purchase flow and leave it and then forget about it. Whereas if you really, really put a lot of attention and effort into your post-purchase journey, you can really predictively improve and increase your LTV and achieve those targets. So I'll let you read this and you can screenshot this as a basic post-purchase flow, but I really super encourage you to go and check out How to Increase Your LTV, to really think about this holistically. It's such a big area and topic to cover, the post-purchase journey, and it's really where the whole game of retention lies. And I don't want to do it any injustice by just saying, go create this little post-purchase flow. Really, I would encourage you more to go check out our video, How to Increase LTV, and to really craft and spend a couple of months really implementing a solid post-purchase journey that doesn't just capture flows, but also campaigns. So the result, by implementing all of these three core pillars and implementing a lot of the strategies that we use on this YouTube channel, which I've pointed you in the direction of checking out today, we were able to generate 35% of their total annual revenue exclusive through this brand's email revenue. While we utilize back-end tactics like segmentation, A/B testing, the majority of these results came from the simple 3-pillar strategy. Okay, so having a solid, aggressive capture, automating it with flows and having your core flows in place, and then consistent 80-20 campaigns that go out. The bottom line is that you need a proven system that turns traffic into own assets and nurtures them into buyers. So if you're watching this video and you feel that your email revenue is inconsistent or unpredictable, it's rarely due to effort. It's usually because the system isn't fully built or aligned, or you're just using outdated things that haven't been tested in a while. Okay, so the truth is, we're not the right partner for every brand. However, if you're running a Shopify business and want a clear understanding of what's limiting your email revenue, you can book a complimentary audit below, okay? Where you'll have a call with myself. I'll walk you through where revenue is being left on the table, what changes will have the biggest impact for your store, and what isn't worth spending time or your budget on, okay? It's no pressure, there's no sales presentation. It's just a clear, honest assessment that you can go away and take and use immediately afterwards, all right? So please book a call if you're thinking about it now, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.